Hey, it's Mayhem, and this is my first lore video for Silver and Blood. In this video, we're going over the prologue, the execution, and the trial of Noah and Impusa. We'll also check out exactly what Black Blood means, what actually happened during the trial, and a few Easter eggs. The story begins with Noah Nevernight, which is the MCU play, in a carriage with Agaris. Agaris accuses Noah of wanting to taint the natural cycle of life and death because even though Noah has black blood disease, Noah wants to live. Noah asks if that's a sin, but to stay alive means to retain his memories, even if it means getting a new body or a new vessel. Agaris explains that this has been done before by Dracula, the first Bloodborne. But during the carriage ride, a woman is seen turning into a bat and killing the driver, causing the carriage to fall over the cliff. Noah, who has no memory of who he is, has a fragmented remembering of a woman with big boobs in a nun's clothes, Ressa, asking him to promise to stay alive. She'll wait for him. After the crash, Noah takes advantage of the opportunity to escape. He manages to fight off some infected members of the church, only for them to step back up. He realizes that this can happen because the final memories of someone with black blood disease seek to fuse with other people's memories. Now, quick side note, black blood disease begins with fever, coughing up blood, and body pain. Eventually, their thoughts and memories get fuzzy until they're completely driven by instincts. That's when they become blood beasts. This is important because the whole concept of the story and being bloodborne is chasing immortality. The very human instinct to stay alive, hence his conversation with Agaris. But let's get back to the story for more context. As Noah runs off to safety, he hears singing. It's Impusa, the woman who killed the driver. She will be a major character in Silver and Blood. They're attacked, and Impusa turns into her bat form and explains to Noah that he's not going to turn into a beast. Having black blood offers a special power. She also explains to him that he is one of the Moon-Blessed. For some context, there is a prophecy that when all the Moon-Blessed gather, the Bloodborne will ascend back to their home on the moon, which is where Dracula is said to reside. While Impusa explains what it means to be Bloodborne, they get jumped by Seti, who is Agaris' vice commander. The other soldiers from the church are already infected with black blood disease, but Seti is in denial, thinking that this only affects heretics. She believes that black blood disease is divine punishment. We'll go over that at the end when I talk about what exactly the church is. Now, they're further ambushed by other infected guards. They head to a bridge, but it's been washed away. A masked woman, Iona, performs her covenant and temporarily reverses time to build the bridge back. When Noah helps Seti tend her wounds, he shares that he learned how to tend wounds from Ressa. Black blood disease had spread through their town, and he had made a promise to Ressa to come back, but Agaris had burned down his home. Seti is shocked that Bishop Agaris, who is one of the bell ringers, made a personal appearance to arrest someone without a decree. Impusa cuts them off and calls for Noah to leave, and when he does, we learn that Seti is coughing. She is also afflicted with black blood disease. As Noah, Impusa, and Iona leave, Noah's caught staring at Iona, and when asked why, he says he feels like he's seen her before. Iona explains she is of service to Impusa and the Bathory family. She is able to control the flow of time. Then Noah notes that Starfall Valley seems to be covered in this blood-like mist. Iona explains that there is a giant meteorite that once fell from the sky and laborers were sent from the church to mine it. But he also notices that there's no bodies, it's just armor that's left, and this bloody rain starts falling from the sky. This mutated creature, Zagon, the rat king of Starfall Valley, appears and rats begin flocking to it. Noah feels like he can hear the cries of memories coming from this creature. Impusa can hear it too. Iona explains that they are both exceptional moon-blessed with unique black blood, so if they are consumed by this rat king, it can lead to something catastrophic, but the two of them keep feeling their memories slip away anyway. And as they begin to lose themselves, Noah starts apologizing for not keeping his promise to Ressa, and Agaris appears again, saying that it won't do. He believes that a man should always keep his promises. Agaris performs his covenant, Prometheus Purgatory, and kills the Rat King. They also bring back a bow and a box, Seti's bow specifically, covered in blood. Noah accuses Agaris of being Two-Face. Why is Seti's bow there? She didn't do anything. They try to fight Agaris, but they're no match for him. Agaris takes Noah, and as a courtesy to the Bathory family, who the high priestess of the church, Seth, was once allied with, lets Iona and Impusa go. Noah gives himself up willingly, but before he could leave, Impusa bites him. He wakes up burnt at the stake, and Impusa mouthing that no matter what, he will live on. With the blood Impusa took, Noah is brought back as a bloodborn. Seti, Noah, and Iona are brought to stand trial before the four elders, Bella, Del Carlo, Spectral Gilrain, and Baphomet. Cain is there to speak on Impusa's behalf, explaining that while she violated the third tenet, which is not to turn a bloodborn with her own blood without permission, Baphomet doesn't want to hear it. Cain believes in the prophecy that when the moon-blessed come together, the bloodborn can return home to the moon. This is important because the church are becoming more and more threatening. This pisses Baphomet off even more because it admits Impusa also violated the first tenet, which is secrecy. That violation is punishable by death. The other elders, Del Carlo, Bella, and Spectral Gilrain, don't seem to care about the trial, but to appease Baphomet, Spectral Gilrain slays Cain. Iona reminds the shocked Noah and Seti that as long as they have Cain's blood, they can revive him. No big deal. And Spectral Gilrain one-taps the rest of them, but Baphomet stops in, saying that Noah's vessel has potential. It's important to know that Baphomet, who they call the Soulless, is just memories inside armor. He doesn't have a body underneath that armor. He is obsessed with flesh. So instead of killing him, Baphomet instructs them to take Noah to the dungeons. And there he meets Gestel, whose family had also succumbed to the Bathory. They rush to rescue Impusa, who is shackled in isolation. Then they head up an elevator to meet Baphomet. When Baphomet loses, he realizes that the prophecy might be true after all, seeing how Noah got so strong overnight. He explains that centuries ago, he slayed anyone, bloodborne and human alike, until he lost to someone frail with silver hair and crimson eyes, like Noah. He accuses Noah of having taken his flesh and pride, but he also cuts off the power to the elevator. Noah insists that he's not the one Baphomet is talking about. Since Baphomet lost, he is unable to claim Noah's body. However, he wants Noah to consume his memories so he can live on, but Noah declines. After all, to have no memories and to not be remembered is how a bloodborne is truly killed. Baphomet says that Noah also declined last time. This elevator keeps falling. Unbeknownst to them, Lamia, Impusa's sister, paid Bella to turn the elevator back on. After everyone is okay, Noah isn't sure what to do next, especially because he doesn't even know where to find Ressa. He doesn't know where home is. His memories are gone. Cain explains to Noah that he needs to find the four other moon-blessed to fulfill the prophecy of the apocalypse. At the end of this arc, we learn that Seth, the church's high priestess, knows that the threads of fate are in motion again. Side note, if you don't know what the church is, it is the Tempest Church, led by Saint Seth, the one chosen from Silver and Blood's version of the divine, who is called Aeon, basically God. She's been the head of the church for 1,000 years. The church spreads the idea that black blood disease is how Aeon punishes heretics, aka sinners. The church claims that its goal is to restore the rightful order of life and death. The bloodborne seeking immortality is obviously anti-church. The church is technically immortal because they have been baptized with silver blood. They are able to harness the powers of nature. Each bell ringer is associated with one of each powers of nature, but given that all the bell ringers haven't been revealed yet, I'll save that lore video for another day. So, Bloodborne has black blood. Church has silver blood. Bloodborne pledged to Dracula. Church pledged to Aeon. So, silver and blood, name of the game. Ta-da! Now, let's do some fun Easter eggs, though there might be light spoilers. So, fun Easter eggs. Number one, throughout the cutscenes, you see this black bird. Ressa is there in bird form during the execution and the crash. And I'll talk more about this during the Clive arc. Another strange Little fun fact is that Giselle is afraid of heights because she's basically freaking out while they're at the elevator. I also mentioned that Seth declared in the final scene of chapter 1 that the threads of fate are in motion again. The campaign is called Threads of Fate, so everything you're playing in the campaign has already been done once before. That is what Seth is saying. And if you have any more you want to share, go ahead and add it to the comments. There's also a link to the lore Discord if you want to nerd out with the rest of the lore mongers. And of course, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, and let me know if there's any other lore you want me to go through.